Variables are used to store data temporarily. This can be someone's name, age, job, etc. For example, if we write age equals 80, this will be stored in a piece of memory. The way the interpreter does this is that it finds a piece of memory, it puts the number 80 in it, then labels it age. And next time we use the variable age in our code, it will always refer to the number 80. A way we can prove this is by writing print then age. And when we click run, the number 80 shows up. And notice that I'm not using an apostrophe because when I do, it shows up as age. This is because this looks like a string and not a variable, and you don't want that. So just keep in mind that you shouldn't use apostrophes or speech marks when you want to print out a variable. Now, if I write age equals 50, then click run. Over here, it'll show up as 50. This is because the interpreter runs the code line by line, so whatever the last value you give the variable is what it will be stored as. Now we're going to learn about different kinds of values. There's something called a floating value. This could be price equals 5.5, and it's basically a decimal value, and this is an integer value because, well, it's an integer. There's also something called a string value. So this could be name equals John. And there's also something called a Boolean value, which is either equal to true or false. So this could be is cold, and then that would equal true. And just keep in mind that when writing a Boolean value, it always has to be the first letter, so T or F. It has to be capital because otherwise, the interpreter doesn't recognize it, and then there's a red squiggly line under it. So make sure that it's a capital letter. Okay, now I'm just going to go around and label them. So this is an int, this is a float, this is string, and this is a boolean. And also note that once you put a hashtag in front of something, it automatically doesn't become part of the code. It's more of just an author's note, so it's helpful because if you have like a really long piece of code and it's quite confusing, you put a hashtag and then you write what it is or what you want it to do, and it just becomes less confusing because it's more straightforward because you know what you're going to do.